Hey guys, my name is Colwen. Um, you're in camera, Sid. So today I've got Transformers 1, the movie Optimus Prime. I have here the Prime Changer. It was kind of the budget line, and I've got the Studio Series here. Now I don't have the box for the Prime Changer anymore, but I do have the Studio Series box here, and you can take a look at that real quick. Um, Comes the cool backdrop, comes with the stuff on the back, and Hero fulfills his destiny becoming the legendary Optimus Prime. So yeah, that's the box, and there's the backdrop, and I'll be hanging on to that, and I will go and get rid of the box. Let me bring over Film Noir Spider-Man, bring in Scourge. Excuse me a minute. Okay, I'm gonna bring in here Hubcap. Can you guys work with me here? Come on. And here is Soda Can right in the middle there. And yes, we gotta bring in the Siege car guys in robot and vehicle mode. They're both very similar in a lot of ways, but then they do key things differently. If I haven't seen the movie yet, but from what I have seen, the Studio Series one, yes, is the more screen accurate one, and then the budget one, they skimped on a lot of detail. These shoulder lights and the details in the hips and all the nice little details on this guy is just all blended out. I've got another comparison. There is Megatron, and yeah, those are really that looks really good next to each other right there. um, I'm getting a little drunk here. Actually, I plan to do a Litz build where I'm really drunk. So accessories wise, the Prime Changer one comes with 4 accessories. The 2 smoke tack guns. He's got the axe. I actually really like the molding on the shaft of the axe. It reminds me of the barrels on a minigun, and almost like, maybe there's a minigun barrel in there and he can shoot bullets out the tip. In fact, actually, I really I wonder if yeah, these would work. Okay, that one can't fit, but can... Ooh, look at that. Siege blast effects do work. I got a Gatling axe! An axe gat! That is really, really cool, and I really do appreciate that. Let me go ahead and take the axe out of his hand. I'm going to put that off to the side. We will compare axes side by side in a moment. Let me just... He does look decent, especially at the $20 price point. That's a good head sculpt, very Optimus Prime-y. All the details are kind of just muted and blended out, and just, it's fine. Very nice, clean backpack. I think that is a 5mm plug port on his butt, so you could plug a weaponizer thing onto him. That would be kind of cool. Articulation wise, he's got a ball joint in the neck, and he can do a really good looking up and down. He's got ball jointed shoulders. He's got an up and down, but that's more for transformation. He's got an up the elbow swivel. He's got a decent elbow bend. This right here is absolutely a transformation hinge, but it's alright. He's got a nice waist joint, ball jointed hips. Nice knee bend, thigh swivel. No ankle stuff going on, unfortunately. That does kind of suck, but it's all right. He's the budget one. Now, there is some issues with this one I need to cover, okay? The hands like to easily pop out, especially when you put the axe on them. If you put the axe on the hand and you pull wrong, you'll just rip the whole hand out, and then you got the hand stuck in the axe, and it's a pain in the butt to get it out. His backpack right there just pops clean off. And when we get into transformation, his shoulders will pop off easily. So, in 4 or 5 years, we're going to end up with a bunch of Prime Changer Optimus Primes looking like this. Or like this. Because this was meant to be a kid's toy. This is meant for the 10-year-old and younger market. Yeah. Now, we do have one more accessory to talk about. This is the most important one. I don't like the way they unhinged all this, although that is some cool molded detail inside the matrix chamber in there. Let's go ahead and close that back up again. And his matrix is molded in such a way that he's got handles on both sides, so he can easily... Oh, he's holding it backwards. There we go. He can light our darkest hour. I'm going to put him over there. We will bring in the Studio Series Optimus Prime. And again, he's got so much more detail on him. All these mechanical details and all this stuff on his back. This right here is his biggest issue. This is part of his vehicle mode. And it is designed to clip in there and store like that, but it easily falls loose and is going to get lost. I like to tuck it back here and close the backpack over it. That to me seems a lot more stable storage spot for it, you know. There's really no place to put this in robot mode, and that really sucks. His axe is made of a nice translucent plastic. Now, the shaft molding on the Studio Series axe is a lot more plainer than on the Prime Changer one. So, you know, yeah, clear plastic is nice. I really do prefer this one. Can he wield this one? No, he cannot. His fist is too big. So yeah, that's the nice axe there. We're gonna put these guys over here. He's got the cool guns he can put on his hands, and they're pretty similar to the Prime Changer one, just a little bit more detailed. And I think they're actually painted. What plastic are they regularly? Oh, they are normally a red plastic. They painted over on red plastic. That is okay. Cool. Again, you got all the nice molded in detail. This here is the matrix here, and I like how that opened up right there, just straight to the point, okay? Now, this one is made out of clear plastic and painted in silver and gold, and it's very nicely detailed, but there's no handle, so how... Oh, let me cover articulation first, okay? Well, we'll talk about that, okay? He's got very nice ball-jointed head, very nice head sculpt. Let's get a close-up on both those heads. Those are nice heads right there. He's got a swivel in the shoulder and then a hinge inside his torso, and then there's this butterfly joint going on, and then he's got another joint here so you can bring his arms up and around onto the that's basically a butterfly joint right there. That is really cool. He's got a at the shoulder swivel, nice elbow bend, proper wrist swivel. He's got a waist swivel. He's got ball jointed hips, thigh swivel, very nice knee joint, and very good articulated feet. Like, those feet are all over the place, dude. He's got nice detailing in the feet also. I like that. Did he? He does not. Okay. I'm noticing that neither of these guys have very many siege ports. They only have the ones right there on their shoulders. Now, let me pose this guy around and get him, because let's go ahead and show off the matrix. So instead of him grabbing the matrix by handles, there are these grooves. There are these grooves on his hands. Excuse you? Do you mind? I give up. I'm gonna stick it in one hand. There we go. Okay. So, who can do the late or darkest hour pose better? Seems to be the Prime Changer one. Then again, I just may not be very good at posing it on the deluxe, on the other one. So yeah. Oh, on quick double check. Can the Studio Series one is Bloosh compatible on the Axe. However, neither one seem to be Bloosh compatible. Oh, the Prime Changer is Bloosh compatible on his handguns. That. Oh my. And yeah, we can do that too. Okay, let me. Okay. Oh. He also has parts that want to pop off. I can't remember offhand right now, but they'll start popping off when I get to transforming him. Let's transform the Prime Changer one first. You're going to take his hands, and you're going to fold them in. You're going to take this backpack here. Try and keep the backpack attached, but it will pop off. You open up the chest, fold the chest out, then come down here, come over to the side shoulders and pull the shoulders down and out, so you get this horrible T-1000 blown up effect going on. The head folds back to where he's looking straight up, and then you want to shift all of this downward, and then when you have it at this angle here, you can turn the roof of the vehicle mode around, and then okay, you need to swivel the waist back. Okay, so the waist is like this in robot mode. There's this hinge in his back, and you're going to turn that hinge back to where he's bending backwards, basically, and then that'll allow you to fold down the head into the torso and pop that roof canopy back on, and then that puts the cab all together. Then take the arms and use at the ball joints, swivel them around so that those guns are facing forward. Fold them underneath the front bumper here, and then there are tabs there on the side of the cab, and then pegs up here that are going to tab and peg into the shoulders. Take the arms and swivel them around on the upper shoulder swivel so that you can line up this slot with the tab on the back of the cab right here. Like that. Then the legs are going to open up. Here we go. Yeah. The legs open up on the outside edge here, and then everything's going to fold up and over like on a Combiner Wars figure, and then close back in. And then these tabs are going to go into these little slots in the bottom of the feet. So open up twist it all the way around, close it back down. Again, that slot onto that tab, and then these legs are going to tab together even. Close up the side. Oh, there's even a tab on the inside that need to line up. There we go. Put the gun back on there, and this weapon here, oh, okay, split the legs apart, and that hole in the side of the axe is going to go in between the legs there, and then that's going to peg onto the back there, and there we have Prime Changer Optimus Prime in his vehicle mode. Well, one of the problems with this guy is his waist section likes to pop off very easily. So this is going to be a piece that's going to go missing in a few years also. I'm going to try and keep that on there. I've taken off the accessories here and here. Okay, so the legs. Take these panels and rotate them around to the outside of the leg. Fold the feet down like that, and then we're going to peg those together like this. The entire torso is going to lift up at this hinge in the back. And you can see on the inside that he's actually got his waist joint buried inside there. That's an interesting little thing there. The arms need to be pulled away in this really weird fashion and then hinged outwards. And all these shoulders are going to do stuff over here also. This panel here, though, he needs to fold out his front truck mode from inside his upper torso. This roof piece here is not going to come loose because it is pinned in by a metal pin. Bring the legs back like that. Pretty sure this needs, yeah. Okay, so when you bring the waist back, rotate them at that waist joint so that the wheels are going flat. And then we need to make sure his hips are straightened and just in the right place, that these pegs line up. Up here, you need to turn his head around 180, make it look up, and then fold it down in there. These arms are then going to hinge downward on this hinge here, and then hinge forward so you can close up the side of the vehicle mode. And these shoulders are going to swivel down again, and then peg into the side of the front bumper there. We can bring back in the lower torso so that we can then peg the hands on these handlebars and peg those thigh pegs into the arms up here. Some of these joints are really tight and they don't want to move into position to do this stuff. There we go. Okay, that's all lined up. Close down the roof. We can take this part here and, oh, I have it upside down. Peg it into the front bumper here. Then this weapon here is, okay, so the knees have these little slots for pegging that in on either side like that. And then we just gotta compress them down a little bit and get these kind of lined up. And there he goes. Okay, we got him in their truck modes. Let me bring in Scourge and hubcap. You see Studio Prime is a fairly good-sized deluxe, but then the Prime Changer one, there is a soda can next to them. We've got Film Noir Spider-Man and the Siege car guys. And let's bring in Studio Series Megatron. And yeah, he really does look best with the Studio Series 1, of course. So, the Prime Changer 1, it compacts everything together fairly well. I like the way the legs transform. They do some interesting things with the legs, and the arms actually transform. And, you know, for what it is, it's not bad. It's a very good toy. Yes, it's a little low on the detailing and whatnot. It's a little plain. There's no translucent plastic and stuff, but it's a straightforward transformation. It does some cool tricks, and it still rolls. It's a cool little figure. The Studio Series 1 does some simpler things with the transformation. The legs they don't really transform. The arms do some weirder things, but then the lower arms just hang out there. Like, there's the arms, there's the legs, there's the hips. The Prime Changer one compacts a lot better than the Studio Series one. The Studio Series one does look better. Yeah. It does have better articulation. It does look better alongside Megatron. With either one, you're getting what you pay for. Fun kids' toy, highly detailed and very well articulated, more high-end adult collectible. There's nothing wrong with either one of them other than the things I have pointed out. You know, they both have parts that like to pop off. He's got parts that like to pop off. His shoulders will pop off at this hinge right here. I know it didn't happen for me during this video, but it's happened to me other times and playing around with it. And he's got the front guns that don't store anywhere appropriately. They both have their flaws. Which one should you get really depends on what you want it for. If you want a fun little Optimus Prime, get the Prime Changer. If you want one that looks good and has good posability and looks good with the Studio Series Megatron, I would get the Studio Series Optimus Prime. For me, this is Orion Pax, and this is Optimus Prime. I'm happy having both of them in my collection. They will look very good on the shelf together. Yeah, so, alright, I'm Colwen. Thank you for watching. This has been a review of Transformers 1 Prime Changer Optimus Prime and Transformers 1 Studio Series Optimus Prime. Both kind of flawed figures in their own perspective, but overall, yeah, they're worth picking up as long as you can accept the flaws and all that. And yeah, alright. Thank you guys for watching. Bye-bye.